What's up, everybody? Joshua Fish Stewart here, bringing you another video. I hope you enjoy. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing in the comments. Again, I love the comments. I always like to reply. All right, so today I want to talk about the change of power that's going on in my fish tank. Everything looks peaceful, but look at this. My male Dovi is up in the corner. Okay, the new guy's doing good. Still a little beat up. Let's see, let's go to this corner. Cool fish, right? When it gets its color. Okay, let's start out with the untouchables in the tank that the power is never gonna shift for them. We'll start with the almost 2-foot arowana. Beautiful fish, right? We have our beautiful African lungfish, 2 feet, a little bit over, and about a foot long red-tailed catfish. All right, that power will never change. He's gonna get too big. He eats everything. He's too big. He doesn't move around. The arowana is too big and will probably eat you. All right, that's never gonna change. Now there is one more untouchable. All right, there's actually 2 more untouchables. There is the African cichlid right there, and this Oscar. As you know, my other Oscar died. I think it was sick. I'm not sure. It wasn't getting beat up or anything. It just died. So these 2 are untouchables because he's too small. He's not really a threat to anybody. He holds his own, but for some reason they don't really see him as a threat. Oscar is too peaceful to be a threat, so it's not a real big deal. The new guy's still at the bottom, so not a threat. But yeah, untouchable list. Now, where the power is always shifting is between these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where the power is shifting. Okay? 6-ish. They mess with them a little bit. Ditherfish at the bottom of the food chain right here. Even though these guys are about a foot long, this golden dorado still messes them up. So yeah, bottom of the food chain, doesn't get touched in the back right there. My golden algae eater, I have a frontosa in there. Again, like the Oscar, not a threat, it doesn't do anything. Now let's move up. So from the bottom up, we have the buttercoat fried tilapia, right? Beautiful fish. Look at the scales. Nothing on the scales, but the back fins are a little bit tattered, okay? Move up from there. We have our female Dovi. Beautiful. Some tattered fins there. Going up one more time, our male Dovi right there in the back. Beautiful fish. And I'll tell you why he's pushed up in the corner right now. Okay? We have our Midas cichlid. Beautiful. I don't even think there's anything on him. Now this used to be the tank boss, but what's happening now is this guy that is still pretty small compared to all the monster, supposedly mean cichlids that I have been going around picking fights with everybody. And if you run or swim away, it makes it worse and he'll chase you down. So the Oscar doesn't run. The Trimac doesn't run. So they don't really get picked on. That's old damage that's on them still. everybody else seems to run, the Midas fights back. I'm gonna throw in some footage and show you what's been happening. And yeah, so this little guy pushed him all the way up in the corner. It's cool to see that. Look at that. Let's see if we'll get him on camera right now. I don't think so. He stays in the back now. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, he stays in the back now. He doesn't really come forward unless it's feeding time. But I was wondering why everybody was, like, you see him in the back, the Oscar again up front. Nobody really messes with the tilapia because he's on the bottom, I guess, far enough. Up in the corner, he was down in the rocks, but something happened just recently. So yeah, I just noticed the change of power and wanted to show you guys that. It's cool to see in the tank, but in this one, I have to start adding more fish because I don't want that change of power to constantly happen. I want there to be so many fish in here that you can't really pick on a fish more than once during the day because there's just so many dither fish shooting back and forth. So my dither fish are busted up, busted. So I just have to add more fish, and I do believe that eventually he has to go in his own tank. He's gonna get too mean. I've seen golden dorados in tanks with others, but they were no more than a foot long, and the tanks were still humongous. This is the 700 gallon, but we're talking this and bigger. So we'll see how it goes. I might have to get another tank for him because he's messing everything up. I think there might be a pond coming soon because these are too big for this tank. The arowana is getting too big for this tank. It is 10 feet long, and he has all the room to swim that way and 4 feet deep, but he's getting ready to be, if not already, 2 feet long. I'm pretty sure they get up to 4 feet. So this is gonna be too small. I'm gonna need a pond, or at least a bigger tank, but no room for that tank right now. I think I'm gonna be a pond. Lastly, we come over here, color it up nicely, right? And it looks like a female, but we'll wait and see. It's nice and slender. I always forget the anal fin or whatever is rounded, not as sharp. So that might be a female, but we'll see. It's only been a couple of days, so I can't tell. The jaguar has disappeared already that I put in this tank, the new fish. So either way, these are gonna be put in there. That's gonna eventually be put in the 700. And that Oscar that is not growing. He eats everything in the world and he doesn't have any like predators, nothing. He's just not growing. He's growing so slow. And then the red tail that is growing so slow. Those are all gonna be eventually put in here, and we should have a packed house. And I don't think anything else is going in here for the time being after these. So yeah, just a little like cool video, I thought. The change of power happening in the fish tank. Again, I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing in the comments. I hope you found this video interesting, and I will see you in the next one.